What's up, my friends in film fandom, wherever you may be and however you may be watching? Thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time. But the legacy sequels, they just keep coming now. I mean, some of them are working, most of them aren't, but I mean, they're coming, whether we like it or not. And I guess it was a matter of time before somebody tried to reinvigorate the spoof genre. I mean, it's a genre that's been wildly entertaining for a long time now. Boy, but it's just the whole genre has been missing for a while. Just lack of creativity, lack of good ideas, and just basically people haven't had a good sense of humor for a long time, but we're fixing that now. But yeah, we are here to talk about The Naked Gun. Here to talk about that with me is my hero life mate Jeremy. What's up, brother?
I'm excited to talk about this movie because this harkens back to the time when you and I reviewed Airplane. Go watch that; it's on our channel. But I think we both kind of agreed we'd never see the day where we'd ever make a movie like that again, and yet, alas, here we are. And
the world is
it didn't, yeah, like it didn't really. And I was worried, like when they did do this, and I thought, oh, they're gonna hold back. They're not gonna. No, this felt like some Airplane-esque type shit, and I'm all here for it. And like you said, we're slowly healing. We're getting back to it. This movie was actually funny, and I'm so excited to talk about this.
As am I, and of course, joined tonight by our good friend from up north. He's got a bottom that would make any toilet beg for the brown. He is Dr. Nick, Garbage Man. What's up, brother?
Hey, Frank, thanks for having me. Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Rachel and BJ. I'm glad I'm here. I saw this on Friday, and I was so glad I went and watched it. And I think Jeremy nailed it. We're getting back to that raunchy comedy stuff. There were some things said in there that I popped, and I mean, whew, we'll get into it, but the Angelina Jolie line, that one got me. That was the one where I was like, okay, we're back. We're in some good shit now.
We are, of course, here to talk about The Naked Gun. It is technically a sequel, I guess. It is the 2025 American crime action comedy film directed by Akiva Schaffer and written by Schaffer, as well as Gregor and Doug Mand. It is the fourth film in the Naked Gun franchise. This does serve as a fourth film and as a sequel. It stars Liam Neeson in the main role with Pamela Anderson, Walter Hauser, who is apparently just big in everything now, Kevin Durand, and Danny Huston starring in supporting roles. It follows the son of Lieutenant Frank Drebin, who must succeed in his father's footsteps to prevent the closure of Police Squad. The Naked Gun premiered at the SBA Theater in Manhattan on July 28th and was released in the United States and United Kingdom by Paramount Pictures on August 1st. The film received positive reviews from critics, but has not fared very well financially, grossing only $28.3 million worldwide so far, against a $42 million budget, but it can still get there. On Rotten Tomatoes, 90% of 214 critics' reviews are positive. The website's consensus review reads, quote, with Liam Neeson's gravelly gravitas proving to be a perfect fit for Frank Drebin's deadpan buffoonery, The Naked Gun revives the original trilogy's daffy sense of humor like it never went out of style. I think that's actually a pretty fair portrayal of the movie. Let me go to you first, Dr. Dick. Give me your quick thoughts of the film before we dive into the details.
You know what? I think he did a great job portraying Frank Drebin Jr., again, yes, deadpan and just that serious voice, because we know him from such serious roles, and then here he is like hamming it up. And man, I thought he nailed it. Everything about it, he nailed the character. You know, you could totally be like, yeah, that's totally Frank Drebin's son. I thought it was excellent, and I think even if it's slow at the box office, I feel like if this were back in the DVD days, it'd be like a cult favorite when would hit the video stores. That everybody would love it.
I don't know. Jay, what do you think? Give me your quick thoughts on the film.
Well, you all know how I feel about 40-year-old sequels, but I do say it with an asterisk that there are rare exceptions, and I will gladly put this movie in that exception. This, like I said, like when you said, it felt like it fit right into how the other movies felt, and I totally agree with that. I think you nailed the casting with Liam Neeson, because again, you think of him from like Taken, like when he's threatening fucking terrorists across the world with his particular set of skills. It's like he's so serious, but it's like then you get him doing like just deadpan goofy deliveries and like sight gags and shit like that, and just it's the same kind of humor that I have. Like when he said he nailed it, I'm like, yes, that's the only thing he nailed. Like that's my humor. I'm just right on it with the same quippy lines like that. It worked. This definitely worked, and it still had. I think it had me like I was already chuckling in the first like 30 seconds of this movie when they pull out the thing that says plot device. I'm like, that's so damn funny. That's already funny to me. I don't even care. I'm like, this is fantastic. If that's the energy we're gonna keep, it did that, and yeah, I'm so excited to have dumb humor again that I can actually laugh at.
Yeah, I was kind of worried because as much as I look legacy sequels, there's a certain level of expectation. It's like when Top Gun Maverick was coming out, there was a level of expectation we all had because the first one, if you're a fan of all of the 80s action genre, it's kind of up there. Same thing with like, the alien stuff. And anytime you make a legacy sequel, it's going to be a pretty high bar, especially if we're talking about something really awesome. This one, I wasn't quite sure. I was like, it's a spoof movie. The bar is already set kind of low. It's dick and fart jokes. It's crude humor. You're going for pure comedy and not necessarily anything else. You just need enough story and dialogue to have a movie. But this movie it starts out just as good as the original. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. It doesn't give you any reason to take this movie seriously. I always say that some movies just turn your brain on and stuff your face full of popcorn and joy. I say this one, leave your brain on, because this movie, it's fast, it's moved, it's quick jokes, and there's a lot of references to the original that aren't over the top. They're actually really subtle. And if you're paying attention, you're going to get it, because there's a couple that I laughed really hard at that I know that I don't know last time Jennifer had seen the movie or not. I know my two sons probably haven't seen the original, but I was laughing so hard they were looking at me like, "Why are you still laughing at that joke?" And I'm like, "Beaver." I'm like,
I saw the beaver. I saw the beaver in the house. I laughed.
If you know, you know. I was like, "Oh, there's the beaver." They were like, "It's the fucking stuff beaver." I'm like, "You'll get it. We'll watch the original."
That's exactly what it is.
But yeah, it really was a very worthy sequel, I thought, and I'll get into it a little bit more later. But I mean, Liam Neeson, God, just perfect. Because that was going to be the part you had to get right, was Frank Drebin, and didn't get that right. This movie was going to really struggle. But I think they got lucky, and he's following kind of a similar career arc as Leslie Nielsen. But I'll get into that here in a minute. First, let's talk about I don't have a good picture of the director, but let's talk about the director first, Akiva Schaffer. He hasn't done a whole lot, but what he's done has actually been really, really good. He actually directed one of my favorite movies of the last few years, the pop star Don't Stop Never Stopping. I don't know if you guys have seen that one or not. It's absolutely hilarious. He's got a small part in it as well. I was actually really impressed with the job that he did, and kind of his work overall is not bad. I don't know, Jeremy, what do you think about the job that he did with this film?
Excuse me. You're talking about the guy from Lonely Island?
Yes. One of the Lonely Island guys.
Yeah, the one of the three guys. Yeah, if there was anybody, I mean, again, with that same kind of goofy sense of humor, if you've ever heard any of their music, I'm like, this makes complete sense. And as I mentioned before, he did a great job with this movie, because it does still feel like it's that same kind of off the wall spoof kind of movie. And like you said, it's like not necessarily, you don't have to turn your brain off. It's like, still pay attention, because like, yeah, it's like, sure, plot things happen, but you're going to be looking all over the place, looking for like dumb things happening in the background or something that doesn't make any sense. Or just running gags of him constantly somehow getting coffee, even though he's in the middle of driving down, the main street. Or whatever, or breaking the phone every single time he fucking like is done with it. It was ridiculous. I think he nailed the humor and the visuals that we've come to know with this kind of movie. So I think he fucking knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, Nick, what do you think about the work of Akiva Schaffer, the director of this film? I don't know if you're familiar with too much of his stuff after this. I had to remind myself of some of the stuff that he had done before this.
I know him just from the Lonely Island stuff, and I always got a kick out of the Lonely Island stuff. Like, I love the Lonely Island. Oh, yeah. So I thought it was awesome. I love, like Jeremy said in the beginning, you're chuckling because, like, just the stupid stuff with the dummy. They didn't try any dumb AI shit. It was basic dumb 80s slapstick shit with a dummy that, when he throws them in the air and the guns go everywhere. And it's just like, just dumb basic stuff that stuck to the original trilogy, right? I guess you want to call that. There was 3 of them, right?
There's 3.
Yeah. So it just stuck right to that. It didn't. You want to know what? This worked. I'm sure this is gonna. He thought, I'm sure this is gonna work again. And they basically stuck to it. And it was, I thought he nailed it. I thought it was excellently done. And it didn't overthink the process. They kept it simple. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, I swear to God, we can't review this movie because it's just so overboard. But I mean, Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping is one of the funniest fucking movies I've seen in a long time. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. It's kind of meant to be a. What were you saying?
It's out there. I know it's. I can only imagine.
When
that's the Andy Samberg one, isn't it?
Yeah, when he signs the guy's penis.
Also,
when he signs the guy's penis, that's the funniest scene in the fucking movie. But I mean, looking back at his work, he did Hot Rod, which is a stupid funny movie. I love that movie.
Yes. Yep.
He did The Watch, which was a really funny movie. I got kind of shit on because it came out about the time that the whole thing in Florida was going on with the one kid that got shot by the goofball security guard. That whole thing was going on, so that movie got kind of knocked around because they say it was a similar plot, but really it wasn't. He did that movie, which I thought was really funny. He did the Chippendales Rescue Rangers live action thing, which I never watched, never really wanted to. But he's also worked on Saturday Night Live. He's got some acting credits in Grown Ups 2, Neighbors, things like that. He's done some TV, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, things like that. The Pen 15 show, which I never watched. I don't even know why. It looks like penis, which is funny. That's all I remember from that show at all. The title looks like penis. But yeah, he's actually done some really funny stuff. But look, like I said, this movie, it had to have been a struggle. Like if somebody would have said, "Hey, Frank, do you want to direct a Naked Gun sequel, legacy sequel, part 4 of whatever the hell this was?" I might have been like, there's a lot of potholes to fall into. I don't know if I want to tackle this because again, the bar's pretty high for some of these movies, and on top of that, the spoof genre, like I said, has not been good for a long time. I mean, the scary movies when they came out in the early 2000s were the last ones.
There was kind of.
Yeah, they haven't really tried the genre much in the last like 10 years or so, 12 years. So going back to it would be a struggle, but he actually does very, very well with it here. And again, you have to, when you do these legacy sequels, especially a spoof movie, you have to walk the line between being really stupid funny and between like with too many member berries. You don't want it to be like, remember this in the original, remember this in the original, remember this in the original, because it just becomes like a 2-hour long trailer of what used to be without trying to give it something original. And he did a good job of making this kind of an original story, making it his own film while paying homage to the stuff that came before, especially that scene where they were all talking to their dad's pictures. I mean, that was beautifully done.
I appreciate throwing in the self-aware OJ joke. I'm like, no, we're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about that. No.
That's a good use of a fourth wall break. A kid looks at the camera, he's like,
100% that was. Yep.
There's a little bit of trivia. There's a little bit of trivia about that. But look who decided to pop in, Brooding Gamer, saying, "Hey yo, you guys want to see the new intro I've got for Brooding Gamer? This will make Alex proud." So watch this.
You a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me.
That's very Alexis.
I started messing around with my editor, with the editing software that I use, and I was like, I got to do something for Brady.
That's awesome.
I was like, I'm gonna do something that's a little more work than I usually put into some of this crap. And yeah, so there's Brooding Gamer's new one, and he loves it. Yeah, I already showed it to him a couple of days ago when I first put it on here, but I was just waiting for a shot to use it. But moving on to the cast now. Again, something that was going to be very, very important was the cast of this film. You had to get it right. Liam Neeson worked out great. I'll go to you first, Jeremy. What did you think of the cast of the show overall, and who stood out to you the most?
I mean, it's really hard not just to say Liam Neeson, not only because, I like the guy as an actor. Obviously, Qui-Gon Jinn was one of my favorite Jedi, and he got taken out like a little punk. I understand for the story plot, but there's a interview recently where even he said, he's like, I feel like that was just really unnecessary. How do I get taken out by that? Oh, look, I'm going for your head. Oh, poop. I'm like, okay, I'm glad he's on the same page as me. And he still delivers it with that kind of, like, I know he's being funny, but he still delivers it with that serious, like, deadpan. It's like I said, I think we got that casting correct. I think Pamela Anderson kind of fucking surprised me in this movie. She, not afraid to, like, kind of, we all, even though we just watched her wax him off in a, oven off the side, like his name was fucking Tommy Lee, but I'm like, hey, at least she's kind of self-aware and not afraid to also get goofy and just do dumb things. So, Yeah, she fit right into that role too, which was actually kind of awesome. They're the two that kind of carry this movie. I think what's his name? Colonel Stryker. I mean, he always plays a really good mustache twirly bad guy. So
Yeah.
not much. You know what I'm talking about. Not much to say there, but I mean, he knows what he brings to the table. So don't know. That's
After in Forrest Gump, that's all I got to say about that.
How about you, Dr. Nick? What do you think of the cast of the movie and who stood out to you the most?
I thought the three main characters, if you will, like the good guys, played off very well off each other. I thought Ed Hawkins Jr., Paul Walter Hauser, I thought he did a great job playing, like setting up for Liam Neeson's character. I thought he did a good job, and I thought Pamela Anderson did a pretty good job considering we know her from Baywatch and Barbed Wire. So I thought she did a pretty decent job. I've said it a few times, right? And Liam Neeson, like the dry pan, just nailed it. I feel like his character, his timing. But yeah, I thought the three, and even Danny Huston, the bad guy, like he's a good dickhead. I hated him in Yellowstone, and I hated him in this. Is a good bad guy. So, and without clicking on his name, it's driving me nuts. Where did the Sig Gustafson guy? Where is he a bad guy from? I've seen him in another movie. He's the guy that gets gassed in the car.
Was he the guy that you talking about, the henchman guy that was?
Yeah. I was trying not to click on his name.
I remember him being in
Wolverine. Yeah.
Was he what?
Yeah, he played the Blob in Wolverine.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm actually gonna go.
I was thinking. I remember him being one of the guys that in the remake of 3:10 to Yuma, he was one of the guys that was trying to take Ben Wade's character to the train, and he's the one that he kept singing to him in his sleep, where he's like, "You gonna do that all night?" He's like, "Hey, look, man, if I gotta be out here instead of being in my bed, I figure if I gotta be up, you gotta be up too." And of course, Russell Crowe fucking takes a little fork that he stole from the dinner table and fucking stabs that dude in the neck for fucking keeping him up all night. I was like, that's fair.
He was in Walking Tall. That's where I remember him from. That's the rule. Walking.
He's been in some stuff, man.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. Holy crap.
Yeah, he really has. It's like surprise. It's like one of those guys you're like, I've seen you before, but
yeah. But yeah, I thought the three main protagonists, I guess, were good. I thought they bounced off each other very well.
Also, surprising, not really cameo, but just sudden YouTube celebrity star Liza Koshy was in this movie. I was like, hello, where the hell did you come from? That was not something I expected, but hey, she's got enough money and big enough now. I'm like, I'm surprised it took you this long to get into like actual, movies and acting, but you do you. Although she did host that remake of oh god damn it wasn't Legends of the Hidden Temple. What the fuck was it? It was like some kids like game show or something. She like helped host. I swear Mark Summers was there. I mean, it's not like she's not been on the up, but that's just cool to see. I remember her doing goofy fucking videos in the middle of a Target, with a friend. To this being side by side with like Liam Neeson in the movie, so that's always cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a decent picture of Danny Huston to bring up, but there's not a lot of, because this movie is fairly new. There's not a whole lot of stuff that's on the internet just yet.
Yeah, there's not a lot of pictures.
Yeah, that's the problem with some of the new releases. Is there's not a whole lot of shit on here at all about it. But yeah, Tex says, sorry I couldn't be on tonight. Had 6 chili dogs. Well,
Oh, so you're blowing your asshole out.
Got an ass so nice, makes the bull beg for the brown.
I think that was almost one of my lines. I was like, we could have been any team except for the Browns.
Except for the Browns.
Yeah. As football fans, both me and my sons laughed pretty hard at that joke.
Yeah. So me and my wife.
I'm not even a sports fan. I still laughed at that. Like, that was awesome.
But with what Tex said, that was that when he's like, when Drebin's in the corner, like slipping down into the thing, and I thought that was Busta Rhymes. Was that Busta Rhymes? And he's like, oh no, don't do it. He's like, I had 6 more that day.
I had 6 more that day.
And just when he slides into the corner.
In shame.
Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, I can't knock any of the cast of this. For one, I mean, Paul Walter Hauser, Jesus Christ, this guy.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Nobody's winning in life right now the way this guy is. Like nobody.
That look there.
He was
right
in
there.
Fantastic Four. He's
he
in
rips
this.
that out of the when he rips the electrical out of the side of the wall. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This place is
he's
just
in
falling
this.
apart.
Just falling apart.
Between this Fantastic Four, Cobra Kai, good God, what has that guy even got going on right now? Like he is like the biggest thing in Hollywood right now. Paul Walter Hauser, born in 1986. Jesus Christ, he's 12 years old right now.
God.
Compared to me. Let's see. He's in I, Tonya,
I was like,
he's in Super Troopers.
Excuse you.
He was in Super Troopers 2. I haven't watched that movie in a while. I'll have to go back and watch it. He played Richard Jewell in the movie, but then you're talking about he was in Cruella. Let's see, Americano Dads. What was it? Inside Out 2, The Instigators, Luckiest Man in America, Fantastic Four, Naked Gun. He's in that new Springsteen movie. He's in this movie coming up called Balls Up. I don't plan on watching that Springsteen movie. I was never a big Springsteen fan anyway. But then you look at the TV stuff, Bupkis, which is a big show. I never watched it, but I know a lot of people that liked it. He was in Reno 911. Like I said,
that's
Cobra Kai. Yeah, I Tonya is a really good movie. But yeah, I mean, there's nobody is winning in life the way that this guy's winning in life right now. I mean, he's just film after role after role and like really wanted stuff, and everybody loves him. One of the things that actually kind of annoyed me about Fantastic Four is that they didn't see more of him. Because I know that they originally they had planned to like the opening of the movie was going to be Fantastic Four fighting the Mole Man and all his people, but they just kind of like glossed over it in the opening credits, and I was kind of like, oh really? I kind of want to see him be a bad guy for a minute. But no, yeah, he's winning in life. But honestly, I mean, I got to show a lot of love to Pam Anderson. I mean, after so many years of not liking Fame, not wanting to be a part of it, the whole Pam and Tommy Lee miniseries that came out on Hulu, which was wildly entertaining, if not completely, about 75% bullshit. But yeah, it's she has handled getting old with a lot of grace, and I really like the fact that she can still go out there and have fun with this role. I mean, because look, I'm sure they're going to do a Baywatch reboot or some shit eventually, and they reboot everything out of boredom. But it's like she has aged gracefully, both as a human being and in her career, which I really like. And then, but yeah, I mean, come on, it's just this guy kills it. I mean, it's like I looked and looked. It was like, because if there's one shot I have to have from this movie, it's this one right here. Right. But dude, like I said, this is where things could have gone way wrong. If you miscast Frank Drebin, this entire movie goes straight down the shitter. It does not work at all. And Liam Neeson, who already, I mean, to hell with the fact that he's a fantastic actor in anything he does, he's already got some comedic stuff. He was in A Million Ways to Die in the West. That he's already worked.
He was.
He was like the bad guy cowboy in that.
That's right, he was. Yeah,
where he's got like a similar, not deadpan, but he's like an understated kind of funny, as opposed to just going out there and telling a joke and being like, "Ha, laugh at my shit." He's like, he was so good in that, and I really like the idea of him having this career resurgence the same way that Leslie Nielsen did, because Leslie Nielsen, a lot of people forget, because most people, even in my age group, some of the first exposure to him was The Naked Gun back in the 80s. So we always so he's just the comedic actor in our heads. He did a lot of dramatic stuff for like 30 years. Mm-hmm. He was a dramatic actor doing a lot of like war movies and stuff like that. And it wasn't until he got to like Naked Gun and before that he was
Airplane.
But yeah, Airplane was the first like truly comedic role he really did, and that kind of led to a different stage of his career where he would get into like the funnier stuff. Then of course it led to the original Naked Gun, Dracula Dead and Loving It, and all these
Dead and Loving It.
All these other films where he was just pure comedy.
And my fetus ass who remembers him most fondly as Mr. Magoo. That was my first exposure to him, actually.
And I forgot about this. Wrongfully Accused. Remember the knockoff of the Fugitive movie? Did you guys ever see that? Yeah, I forgot. Like, I'm just looking at his list now.
Yeah.
But yes, Paul Walter Hauser gets nonchalantly giving out beer, and
then fighting the kids. Yeah. Of course, that's what Tex is like. Fuck yeah, beating up kids after you give them beer. Yeah.
Beer. fighting with. Well, hey, how else are you gonna toughen them up? Those kids are gonna grow up to be solid citizens one of these days. But yeah, I mean the cast, I can't knock any of it. And like you said, Danny Huston, who, I mean, like I said, he was great in Yellowstone. Yellowstone was a fantastic show from start to finish. Last half when Costner leaves it gets a little flighty, but it was a solid ending. But yeah, he was great in it as one of the main villains to Costner.
I forgot Leslie Nielsen was the president in Scary Movie. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
He was
There
awesome.
goes that
in
duck
role.
again.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, but yeah, the cast was fantastic. I couldn't have imagined them doing it any better than they did. It was phenomenal. But moving on now to the plot of the movie, I guess it's kind of almost pointless.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
It's
Like,
a spoof movie. What kind of plot? do you
Everything's
want?
made up, and the points don't matter. I know.
Yeah,
That's kind of.
But it is kind of important because
it's so
you gotta
ridiculous.
you got to have some story to tell, or else you're not going to have much of a movie. I'll go to you first, Dr. Dick. What do you think of the plot of the film? Did it work for you? Or is there anything you would have changed?
Hell yeah! If our end goal is to end up with Weird Al is going to be performing for us, I'm all about it.
Yes.
That was the best. I'm like, yes. Just because, of course, Weird Al and Vanna White get jumped, right? For Leslie Nielsen and what's her faces to get into the Grammys or whatever it was, right?
The Oscars, I think it was.
The
Yeah, I think it was
Oscars,
the
yeah.
Oscars.
And then there they are. Like this very nice tie-in. And it's again so cheese as shit, like how they're going to do it. But yeah, I mean, if the end prize is to end up where Weird Al is going to be performing for us, sign me up, I'm in.
I don't know. What do you think, Jeremy? What do you think of the plot of the film?
Things happened. It's like, see, at least it wasn't like overly, in your face. I don't remember what happened. It's like kind of typical, like you have this, I mean, literally a plot device that like does the thing, which is, sound waves that turn people into like primal beasts and they kill each other, and they're definitely not doing some Fallout adjacent stuff of putting people that apparently deserve to be there in vaults, and then we're going to recreate the world. I'm like, yeah, okay. I've played that game before, seen the show before. I'm excited for season 2. But no, just the getting there and the in-betweens of, again, all the funny shit. It's definitely a movie I would watch again, like, no question. Not only to like maybe see if I catch a different joke this time or something that like I didn't quite hear what they said, or like catch a line. But it was, like I said, it was a fun ride getting there, and it's like it had a good balance, I would say, of the slapsticky shit, and then still kind of going back into the serious, like, and they're like, oh yeah, right, we have a story, we're doing a thing here, and then he's gonna complain about his TiVo getting erased.
It's gone. It's all gone.
Like he's gonna stop the whole movie. Like, wait,
Wait.
you did not plug it in there. I just tried to turn it on. No, you can put it into the Wi-Fi. All of it is gone. It's gone. I'm like,
that is an Ethernet cable running in there.
Like shit like that. We take a minute to just laugh for a fucking minute and be like, oh yeah, right, we're doing something here. Okay, right.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a single fucking thing about this plot. For one, the plot device. God, I wish I could have found that picture, because that as soon as I saw that come up on the screen, I was like, we're in a good spot right now. I am happy that we are here. This movie is going to be, even if it's not as good as I want it to be, it's still going to be good, because they got the assignment. As soon as I saw the PLOT device, I was like, these guys, they know what they're doing with the spoof genre.
They get it.
I'm confident that the rest of this movie is going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all the Naked Gun movies had really not crappy, but just kind of loose, vague plot outlines anyway. It's like, first, somebody's trying to assassinate the queen. Who's doing it? Okay, well, or trying to assassinate people. Who's doing it? Okay, that in and of itself is a tagline, but it's not really a plot. But it doesn't matter, because the entire movie is all about Frank Drebin and his crazy shit. You just have to give him a path to walk, let him walk it, and he'll find his own potholes to trip in and his own rocks to trip on. He'll take care of the plot for you. So you just need to have a little bit of dialogue here and there to kind of like balance out the slapstick of it all, and it's going to work great. And this movie does. It really does. I like to think that they really did look at the other movies. They were like, what makes these first 3 films good? What makes them kind of timeless? And it's a pace, it's a timing of a joke, it's the delivery, because like I said, sometime where comedy goes wrong is they try to get too aggressive with the punchline. The delivery's not there. And I watch enough comedians to know that there's a way that you tell a joke, not just telling a joke, you don't say the words. And this movie gets it just right as far as that's concerned, the delivery of all these gags. Because like I said, the genre has been kind of dead for like 10, 15 years.
Easily.
Part of it because it's been hard to make a movie like this because you're afraid the public outcry of the certain kind of jokes that you'll tell. Because I shake my computer. Part of it has been that maybe people have been afraid to do them, but I think it was kind of the genre had kind of sputtered out anyway. So maybe it was time for us to take a little bit of a break from it.
If you remember, like after the scary movies, we had like Disaster Movie and all these other ones. Like the ones to
not
me
another
that
teen movie.
Well, see, I liked Not Another Teen Movie, but then when you got to like the Disaster movies and Scary Movie 5, and it was like
Disaster movie was okay.
Pardon me?
It was okay. Disaster movie was okay. I wasn't as funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. It was kind of petering up. But I like what you said, Frank, is like they didn't force the jokes. To me, like I couldn't even finish it with like Dumb and Dumber 2. I couldn't get into it because they to me, it was almost like they were just trying to force it again, where it was like I can't get into this. Whereas this for some reason, this didn't feel forced because it's just a dumb comedy. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt like Dumb and Dumber 2 missed the mark, but I feel this movie nailed it. Though that was a sequel, I guess, but still, this is just a reboot, if you will, right? But I still feel that.
Well, I mean, he's playing Frank Drebin Jr., so I'd say it's a sequel.
Sequel, okay, so fair enough then. Yeah, so I feel that they nailed it, whereas like a Dumb and Dumber 2 did not nail it.
Hold on, Frank. I fixed your title for you. You're welcome. There's your appropriate sequel name.
Yeah, 44 and a fourth.
Because following in step with the other ones, I'm like, wait, it would be 44 and a fourth, right?
It would be 44 and a fourth. Yeah, fair enough.
Good call. Good call. But my only real problem with this movie is the pacing was great right up till about the third act, and the movie kind of flattens out a bit. I think they tried to play up the seriousness of the moment of him trying to stop the plot device. They tried to take the danger a little too seriously when they still just should have kind of kept the pace of the jokes and now, I mean, I understand you've got to have a finalization of this story. You got to address the device being activated and all that. But I think that did take away from the pacing of the comedy. So the third act kind of fizzles out a little bit, but still super funny. So, I mean,
I never thought I would laugh at a man just kicking everyone's ass just with the magazines of his two guns, not actually shooting them. That shit was so funny.
I love how that they tried to make it look like John Wick, but not even close to being John Wick.
Right.
Yeah, I was just like, that's pretty damn funny. That's my only real knock of the movie as a whole is that it kind of runs out of gas a little bit in the last like 20 minutes of the movie. But that's all right. It wasn't so bad that it like ruined the movie. It was just maybe it was an editing tweak that could have been made, maybe a couple of lines here and there that would have kept the pace going. But overall, I can't complain about the plot of the movie at all. But let's talk for a minute now about whether this is a worthy sequel to the original trilogy. The original trilogy it's something else. Like I said, as far as spoof movies go, it's one of the top spoof movies ever made. I don't know. I'll start with you, Dr. Nick. Does it hold up to the original? Can you put these two things side by side and say these things are a fair representation of one another?
I completely do. I feel that you could watch all four in a row and be quite entertained and believe completely that he is Frank Drebin Jr. without a doubt. And I feel like Pamela Anderson nailed doing the what's her Priscilla Presley part. I feel that she did a great job from the I'll take a chair now, or I have enough chairs at home, and like just those little lines. I mean, I thought they paid homage great to it, and the little bit like the throwback when they're all kneeling down in front of the pictures of the dads. I feel that this is completely a worthy run-on of the series myself. But I will say, before you keep going, I feel that the movie kind of slowed after the snowman scene. like the stuff at the cabin. I feel that's where it kind of got a little flat there for a little while. Was after the cabin, but yeah, completely worthy movie, 100%.
Yeah, it should also be noted. I forgot to mention this that Priscilla Presley does have a literal blink and you miss it cameo, which I was just kind of like, really? That's all you're going to give her? It's like you had to give her a line. Come on.
I thought they would have. Like,
she doesn't have to be the star, but I mean that quick cameo where she just kind of is just watching TV, nothing significant. She's just sitting there on a couch. Mm-hmm. I mean, for the millisecond that it was on screen, I thought maybe she was watching it from Graceland, which would have been a nice little, deep cut Easter egg. Watching the jungle room at Graceland, but I was just like, really, you couldn't have given her a line, even a quick joke. It's like all you just see is just her sitting there watching and reacting to what's on the screen on TV. I was like, come on, she deserved better. Do better there. Do better there, Naked Gun. Do better. But I don't know, Jeremy. What do you think? Again, it's tough to compare to something so timeless. Do you think this is a worthy sequel?
Yeah, I agree with everything Dr. Nick said, because I think this is why my asterisk that I mentioned in the beginning of why I would give this movie a pass, and why it makes it a worthy sequel is because, again, it's like it is in a different lexicon of, like, again, it's not taking itself seriously. It knows it's just a spoof. It is self-aware a little bit at times. It's a little meta, but it's like and like you said, it wasn't just trying to copy, like, the same things from the original Naked Guns. Like, it wasn't trying to do the same jokes. It did its own thing, and that's what made it so funny, right? Like, I can still laugh at it, and I fully believe the same thing you said. You could watch all 4 of these movies in a row, and it would all still feel like they all fit together. Yeah, I would definitely give it a seal of approval. I'll raise my chili dog to it. Cheers.
Yeah, it really is good. Like I said, it's interesting because Liam Neeson and Leslie Nielsen were both they're, like I said, he's kind of at a similar point in his career that Leslie Nielsen was back in the 70s, early 80s when he was making his transition to comedy. A lot of people are, because he had said that after, I think, the last action movie he did, I forget what it's called. I think it was that one where he was like an ice road driver or something like that in Alaska, that he was just like, I'm kind of done doing the action thing. I did Taken, it was good. I've done these last couple of movies, but now I think I'm done being the action star. I had my action periods kind of late in life. I've done other movies, I'm good. Now I just want to do whatever. So why not send him balls deep into something like a character like Frank Drebin? It makes sense. He really is kind of at a similar point in his career that Leslie Nielsen was back in the early 80s or 70s when he started doing the comedic stuff. So there is a bit of career symmetry here, a bit of serendipity, maybe, if you will, if that's the right word, that they're kind of both here right now. The worthy sequel? Absolutely. I mean, like I said, spoof movies, you can't take them seriously. If you take them too seriously, you're missing the point. And the filmmakers didn't take this seriously, which is why it works, because that's how you make a spoof film. You don't try to give it great dialogue. You don't try to give it "Wherefore art thou, Romeo." You're not even looking for the great delivery. You're just looking for, like, just work this situation and be this. Just do what you're going to do. Have fun with it. And all the characters were having fun with it. I think Pamela Anderson said that this is some of the most fun that she had on the set of anything in a while. Like, because it was just so, there wasn't really expectations. It was just like, let's just make a fun thing here. Yeah. And it apparently worked out, because apparently her and Liam Neeson are dating now, which, hey, find love. Congratulations, kids.
Next. Hell yeah.
I hope you're all very happy. I hope you make another Naked Gun 5 and 5/15ths or whatever the hell.
5 and a fifth.
Bring it on.
55 and 1/5. Yeah.
Bring it on. I'm there opening night, man. I'm ready to see it. But let's start to move on into the trivia now that we've established that this movie is about as good as it could be. Let's see. On to the trivia. When I mentioned already, when Frank enters the club, I don't have a good picture for it, but when Frank enters the Bengal club, the first thing shown is the iconic stuffed beaver from the original film.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I saw it. Thursday.
I literally kind of like elbowed Jennifer, and I was like, the beaver. And my sons were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "You'll get it. We'll watch the movie this weekend. You'll get it."
Yeah, you'll understand when you see it. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. But another comparison that you want to have been talking about already. Liam Neeson was 72 years old at the time of filming this. He was at the time 5 years older than Leslie Nielsen was at the time that he made his final film appearance as Frank Drebin. He was age 67 at the time that he filmed Naked Gun 33 1/3.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, hey.
Like I said, it's just it's coming together. I feel like everything's where it needs.
Wait. Are you saying? Are you saying you love it when a plan comes together?
I love when, you know what? I actually think that movie is quite fun. It's not great. It's barely good, but it's quite fun. And this is coming from a guy who grew up watching the A-Team back in the day. And I was one of those guys that was just like, do I really want them to fuck around with a movie? It was actually kind of fun. Not good.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised the sequel didn't get made. And the cameos, the original actors were pretty terrible, but they were not done right at all. But it's still a fun movie. So I actually like it.
I pity the fool.
B.A. Baracus, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Now, this is another thing that kind of annoyed me a little bit. I think this should have been the opening scene, but the scene in the end credits when the cop car is driving through a house on the sidewalk, etc., is the exact same scene in the original film's opening credits. I will tell you right now, I was really, really annoyed. It didn't take me out of the movie, but I was really annoyed that was not the opening scene of this movie. I feel like if you wanted to get this movie started up right, that a more modernized, updated version of that scene would have been gold, because as I recall, I think all three of the original films start with that opening.
With the top of the car and the flashing light. I think they do.
I know the first two. I think the third one, I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah. But I'm pretty confident all three of them do. And that would have been a perfect way to settle things in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have been nestled right in there. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciated some of the plot device scene in the first, that whole visual. I was like, okay, you guys get the hint. I get it. But I was like, that would have been a perfect nostalgic note to start things on. So, yeah, there's Alex Payne. I talked to Alex in a while. I said the Naked Gun is what I call my cock. Well,
now 100%, I totally thought that would have been Casey's line. I think Casey would have been here with that line.
No, Casey calls his cock his dog's chew toy. But
I thought you were gonna say he calls it the chili dog. Is what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah.
Or he was gonna come in here and be like, "Hey, I went to go see nakedness, and there was no nakedness."
No, that's Tex.
Except for him in the back of the theater with his dog.
Oh, yeah.
But that always,
you just hear like,
you hear it from the back of the theater, like,
Pee-wee, are you with us?
Ropes.
So do I.
Like something splashes in the back of your chair, and you're just like, "What the hell is that?"
Oh, my feet are sticking to the floor.
Who put sugar in my Coke? What the hell?
Exactly. Let's see. Again, Liam Neeson's got he's got the comedic chops. Liam Neeson has worked for and with Seth MacFarlane, who was the producer on this movie before, having appeared in The Family Guy, The Orville, which I don't remember him being in The Orville. I'll have to go back and watch. A Million Ways to Die in the West, and Ted 2. I don't remember. Did I even see Ted 2?
He was in Ted 2? I don't think I've seen Ted 2.
He like very seriously was trying to buy a box of Lucky Charms, and he was like, tricks. He's like, so tricks aren't just for kids. He's like, no, I don't think so. He's like, so no one's gonna follow me home. He's like, no, I don't. We don't do that, sir. He's like, okay, good. I'll be back for more. I'm like, he's just like so deadpan, seriously trying to buy like tricks because he's like, I heard they're for kids. He's like, no, they're for everybody. So don't worry, man.
Yeah, I after this movie, I definitely need more comedic Liam Neeson. It has to happen. we need to make it happen. Let's see. On a slightly more negative note, David Zucker, who either directed or had a supporting role in making the previous Naked Gun films, has stated that he has no desire to see this film. The issue that has been the same, he had the same issue with the Airplane 2 sequel. He didn't want anything to do with it.
Well, that's fair. That one wasn't as good. I kind of see where he's coming from with that. But like, I hope you're listening, man. Trust me, we're saying it's good. It's okay, man. It was in good hands.
I expect that from fans. I understand.
Right, I was worried
from creators because I mean, look, it's your baby. It's something that you had a hand to bring into the world. I understand how if somebody takes it over and you think they're not doing it the right way, that you would get upset. But I mean, ultimately, I would look at from the fans' perspective and say, if the fans like it, then I like it. Then I'm happy that it's.
Maybe help them around.
Yeah, and to be absolutely honest, I mean, if I was him, there would be a certain part of me that's curious. It's like, what's this thing look like? But it's not the first time that creators of a thing have not seen their thing through the end or seen the next step of it. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, one of these days somebody's gonna make a Star Wars movie after George Lucas has died, or somebody's gonna make a friggin' whatever Indiana Jones movie after Spielberg's gone. It's gonna happen. So just enjoy it for what it is, and if we're lucky, it's good and we have more good things to enjoy. If it sucks, then we have the originals to fall back on to be entertained by. So that's why I always say you can remake anything. Hopefully it's good. If not, whatever, we're gonna be fine. But let's see. Again, the age thing here is a little weird. Assuming Liam Neeson is the baby born at the end of the last Naked Gun movie, he should only be 31 years old, while in real life he's 73.
Yeah,
that makes him
because I think spoof movies really care about continuity. I mean,
right?
Yeah,
I mean, 100% they do. Really.
How old is Priscilla Presley?
Priscilla
Presley. She was born in 45. That makes her 80. So that means that Liam Neeson is 7 years younger than she is. So she had Liam Neeson when she was 7. But whatever. Again, it's a spoof. Let's just have fun with it. I mean,
pretty much.
They actually had intended. I read about this when I was doing a little bit of research. They had actually intended to remake a fourth one with Leslie Nielsen. Let's
cool.
see. Let me read about it a little bit. The third one was intended to be the final installment. In 2009, it was revealed the fourth installment starring Leslie Nielsen was planned as a direct-to-TV sequel. That doesn't work for me. The Naked Gun, What For? Rhythm of Evil was supposedly the name of it. The script followed the story of Frank training a young rookie, but due to financial reasons, it was canceled in 2009. It was written by Alan Spencer. It said he signed to write the film as a rescue mission to save an inferior sequel from happening. Okay. And impressed Paramount executives and online reviewers so much that it was briefly shifted to theatrical, while the Zucker team, originally writers of the saga, tried to stop it from happening. So they have not been a big fan of a sequel made about it from the beginning. Spencer wrote a sizable role for Nielsen, who would be passing the torch to a new generation of incompetent police, but Paramount asked him to reduce the part to a cameo for budgetary reasons. How much money would he have commanded at that point? I mean, it wasn't like he was going to break the bank. And later decided to remove his character altogether. That's where it dies for me. You can't have this we couldn't have had a straight speak without Leslie Nielsen.
Well, and you say 2009.
Yeah.
Dude died the next year, 2010. So, I mean.
After the last request, Spencer left the project, and Nielsen died in November of 2010. And then I guess Ed Helms was working on one in 2013. Ed Helms is going to be Frank Drebin. Script was being written by whatever. Working title of episode 4, A New Hope, which would have been sacrilege if they'd have actually let that happen. Let's see. Helms is intended to play a character that introduces himself as Frank Drebin, no relation, so the movie can introduce a new protagonist without contradicting what came before. That's a decent enough way of doing it, I guess. Let's see. Zucker again stated blah, 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 that he didn't want it to happen, blah, blah, blah. He had no intention of watching the film. As was standard procedure for him regarding sequels to his work, which I don't know, there haven't been that many. He was pleased at his success, good terms, blah, blah, blah. In 2015, it was still happening, blah, 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 but they whatever and went away from it. Then eventually Seth MacFarlane gets a hold of it and we get this movie. So I don't know. I feel like we got the best version of what could have been. Mm-hmm. I feel this movie works way better than like the original one, especially without Leslie Nielsen. I think it probably worked better than with Ed Helms, because Ed Helms was in that really not good Vacation. That movie was not good, and even Beverly D'Angelo and Chevy Chase, really way too brief cameo, did not save that movie at all. It just wasn't good.
No, it was not good. I don't care what anybody says. It was not good.
Yeah, they should have done that way differently, because that was just a bad movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping now, because this was so good. This gives me really, really big hope that Spaceballs 2 is going to be awesome.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's another, because I'm like, I have more faith because, Mel Brooks is like 187 years old, but it's still him. It's still his humor. Yeah. I'm like, I know he would do his own sequel justice. So, I'm glad it's in his hand.
You think? Well, how old is he? Say like 90 years old right now. You think he's gonna give?
Oh, he's 90 something. He's
a rat's ass about what anybody says about him at this point.
Oh yeah, he's already. He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody, man. And again, it's also a spoof. It's a spoof of like space stuff and like just even see like what Frank said. Like in the first like 30 seconds, you see something that is literally called a plot device, and I'm like, I'm in. You know what you're doing. Yeah. When I saw the announcement, and it was the same Spaceballs crawl, and how many like he makes fun of like every like there's been this many sequels of this many remakes of this many Star Wars movies. Like he knows what he's doing, and he's 100%. About to take the piss out of everything, and I'm here for it.
Which is what I'm hoping really happens. So yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah. Oh holy hell, he is 99 years old. God, please get him in this movie.
Yeah, get this done. Get this done.
Get this done before he fucking croaks, please. God damn.
Yeah, they've been, from what I'm reading here, they've been talking about a sequel to Spaceballs since it came out back in the 80s. But in 2000...
Since he said it, the search for more money?
Yeah, since he said it in the movie. But
he made it. He spoke it into being.
In 2013, Moranis claimed in an interview that he and Brooks had discussed a potential sequel, with Moranis pitching the title Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2, which actually that makes perfect sense.
See, that'd be
However, he and Brooks were unable to structure a deal that would allow the project to move forward. Brooks said in February 2015 he would like to make a sequel to be released after the next Star Wars film. I honestly, after the prequels came out, I thought that would have been a perfect time for a Spaceballs.
100%.
Because you would have had three or more movies to pull off of. You could have made Spaceballs you could have called it Spaceballs 0.5 and made that the prequel to Spaceballs 1.
Yeah.
That you could have played with that a lot. However, in February 2020, Pullman said during an interview, it's up to Mel asking if he has too much money, and that's why he doesn't do it. June 2024, a sequel was announced with Brooks alongside Josh Gad, and that Josh Greenbaum would serve as director. In 2025, MGM Studios announced that Spaceballs is going to be released theatrically by MGM in 2027. Imagine will produce the sequel with Ron Howard, Brian Glazer, and Jeb Brody as co-producers. That's promising. Alongside the announcement, it said the film will star Lewis Pullman, Bill Pullman's real-life son, as Starburst, the son of Lone Star and Vespa. That's funny.
Awesome.
That's
because I was about to ask, like, well, how do we do this without John Candy and Joan Rivers? Like,
yeah,
we kind of have to address that too. Yeah,
there's going to be some. I have a feeling there'll be dialogue in there explaining that.
I'm sure there's a workaround.
Yeah, Keke Palmer is a character named Destiny, as well as Gad. Gad maybe end up. I mean, he's. Just looking at him, he's the perfect one to play the son of Barf. So I mean,
Barf,
or maybe it's B Barf. I don't know.
Maybe he'll be Puke.
You call him Puke, yeah.
Brooks will be reprising the role of Yogurt and President Scroob. That's fun.
Awesome.
Yes. Both Pullman and Moranis are returning, reprising Lone Star and Dark Helmet, respectively, while Daphne Zuniga will reprise her role as Princess Vespa, according to the press release.
Yes.
Here's the funny part. The film has been described by those who have not yet, according to a press release, and this had to have been a joke release, the film has been described by those who have not yet read the script as, quote, a non-prequel, non-reboot sequel part 2, but with reboot size expansion film.
That's what I'm saying. They know what they're doing.
Excellent. Okay, that gives me lots of hope.
If this is the last thing that Mel Brooks ever does,
God, please.
I have a feeling he's going to be like, you know what? This might be it for me. This is my last thing that I can put out in the world. I'm getting too old to go write movies and go to movie sets and do all this. I gotta make. If I got one left in me, this one right here, and I think that would make the world.
And you know what? The merchandising is going to be fucking peak.
Yes, like I'm hoping he basically goes, Blazing Saddles, hold my beer. We're going hard on this one because this is my last one. We're going fucking hard. I think that's my first F-bomb. Is that my first F-bomb? Almost an hour in? That's impressive for me. I usually have Tourette's I have Tourette's on my show. Wow.
Yeah, because we're not ones that watch our mouths around here at all. So
I don't know why. I just
we're not the high class society people. Trust me.
I'm in someone else's house. I'm trying to behave. I guess. Wow, that's impressive for me. Alex is going to give me shit. Like we're demonetized the first 30 seconds into our show.
Them rookie numbers, you got to pump them numbers up.
Yeah, right.
It seems like a regular thing. I didn't do it for this movie because it wasn't in here, but it's like a regular thing is how many times was the word "fuck" said in this movie.
Man, I don't even know.
And you'll be happy to know, Jeremy, that's the one thing they didn't have for this movie was a body count. I was looking for one.
Oh, dear God, don't. When everyone's losing their fucking minds in the street, like I'm not doing that.
Well, there's
39
there at least. Was the count.
Well, 43 if you count the rest of these guys in line, but no, I'm not.
I think when he pinches the nipples and gives him the purple nurple, he's like,
let's see. Another quick bit of trivia. I know I'd seen it. I didn't put it in my list. Is there is only one person that has been in all 4 Naked Gun movies. That is this brilliant man right here.
Weird Al. Yeah.
Yes.
He still looks off-putting without the mustache. I'm sorry. I know he hasn't had the mustache for like ever, but to me, Weird Al needs the mustache.
At least like the last 25 years, I don't think he's had the mustache.
I know, but I just see Weird Al with the mustache. And I will say this: we went and watched him about 5-6 years ago now. That guy can still sing. I was really watching to make sure he wasn't lip syncing. He can, and it was all like originals, like the ones that they did. They did a melody of some of the cover, the spoof songs, but it was all originals. It was an excellent concert.
Yeah, I'd love to go see Weird Al, and he still tours. He's still out there doing it. I know my friend Angelina's been to see him twice.
He's going to be at Comic-Con here in December. So
the one you texted me about. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because now Brian O'Halloran has now been announced, and that gives me hope that more of the Clerks crew might show up again like they did that one year.
Nice.
Man, I'm telling you. That's when I finally got to meet Jay and Silent Bob in the flesh. So sweet. I was really happy. Yeah. I don't know if I've told you, but like Rosario Dawson was right next to Kevin Smith's booth, which is like, walled off, cordoned off. There's an armed guard in a tower, like watching, you know what I mean? And then she just in like an open booth right there, and I watched Brian O'Halloran go over to her, just give her a little kiss on the cheek and give her a hug. I was like, well, that was really nice of him.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, if he's even supposed to be here today, I don't care. But
yeah,
he's here.
I'm sure he's never heard that before, ever.
I know. Like, I want to go because I actually want to go meet him at the con, and I'm like, I won't make the joke, but like, I'm just glad you're here. That's all I'll say. Yeah,
you are supposed to be here today. You are here in my heart.
Supposed to be here.
You're in my heart today. But let's see. One more quick piece of trivia. Pamela Anderson was actually offered the role of Tanya in Naked Gun 33 1/3, the final insert from 1994, but she had to turn it down due to scheduling conflicts. I'm assuming with the Baywatch was going there.
Baywatch at that time? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I never watched Baywatch, so it's not committed to memory when that was on.
Well, did we really watch Baywatch?
Did anybody really watch it, Frankie? Come on, man. Seriously.
We did. We watched it in slow motion.
Yeah, it ran from 1989 to 2001. That show ran for that long, really? Yeah. I feel like that show was after like 4 or 5 years, and it went away. But no shit, it ran for 11 seasons.
Huh.
And a reunion show in February of 2003. That is insane.
There you go.
Well, you learned something new every day, I guess.
You learn something new every. I didn't realize it went that long. I would have never guessed that.
I'd have thought 3, maybe 5 seasons on the long end, but no, that shit ran for 11 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
Oh, but they're counting Baywatch Hawaii, which is cheating a little bit.
Oh, boo.
Okay.
Because it's just Baywatch from 89 to 99, and then it was Baywatch Hawaii from 99.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Maybe that's what you're thinking. I was like, was it really? Like
that's I don't know about all that. I mean, whatever. That's whatever. I'll let you guys have it, but still, I think that's cheating a little bit. I did not realize that so many big names had gone through there as well. Jesus Christ. I mean, I knew about like Yasmin Bleeth and some of the other bigger names, but Jesus Christ. Jason Momoa was on the Hawaii one? Who the hell knew that?
Fuck, I didn't know that.
No, like I said, I didn't really watch Baywatch.
Well, I guess he was a big Samoan-looking mother trucker, so he should have been there.
True.
Probably. I guess it makes sense. But anyway, and I totally forgot to take that down when we were talking. But I don't know. Let me get your guys' closing thoughts on this film. I'll start with you, Dr. Nick. Give me your final thoughts on The Naked Gun.
Guys, go. You need to go. If you are into this old nostalgic and you're looking for that taste of, God, I wish things are the old guys going, I wish things the way they used to be. This is that movie. And I think, do I still have the line? And I was like, oh my God, because I thought it said, I misheard what it had said. Where's the quote? I got to find the quote now. But he says, that guy's sperm count is low across the board. And he says, oh, I've never put my sperm across the board. That's what I have my Bon Jovi shirt for.
Right.
Awesome. Like, this is the 90s that we've been craving. This is the movie we wanted where nobody cares. Nobody's apologizing for shit, and they're just letting it roll. Go see it. It was so much fun.
Jeremy, how about you? Give me your final thoughts on The Naked Gun.
I wholeheartedly agree. Go watch this movie. Go watch it twice, 3 times. I don't care. 3 times a lady. Yeah, it warrants a watch. It definitely warrants a rewatch. And like I said, it's something that it's maybe, and if you haven't even seen them, it's like watch this movie and like, go back and watch the old ones. I mean, if I can already jump The Naked Gun here, we're doing that this Thursday. Like, yeah, if that gets you into it, that's awesome. If it's your type of humor, which I mean, I hope it is, because otherwise, I don't know what you're doing on this channel. But that's it'll give you some laughs. It's just don't take it seriously. It doesn't. So it doesn't ask much of you. Just pay attention to the jokes and just kind of follow along with the lines. And yeah, you're gonna have a good time with this one. I promise.
Yeah, it's I'm very happy that societally the pendulum is swinging back to the point where we can have.
I hope to God we are.
That society is starting to loosen up again, and we are starting to see more accepting of movies like this. Because look, you can not like some.
You're all being a bunch of stuffed beavers. There, I said it.
Yeah, stuffed beavers.
Maybe they're not getting stuffed. Maybe that's why they're so uptight. But
you need a couple of you need a good taxidermist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just look.
I got jokes too.
Look, you can not like these movies. That's fine. But I mean, there's a certain release in humor that is inappropriate. Because it's like I always say that one of the things that attracts people to horror movies is that we all want to deal with death without having to deal directly with it. So we do it kind of vicariously through these horror movies. And I think that's kind of the same. It's the same thing with movies like this. It's like we all kind of in our head think about that one joke that we would never say out loud, but you can do that with a movie like this. You can make that joke. You can like this. I laughed really hard when he was just like, killing him is going to bring your brother back. And she goes, "You don't know that." And I'm like, yeah, I do.
He's like, well, I guess that's true. Anything's possible. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this movie?
That kind of stupid. Yeah, that's the stupid shit you won't hear in any other movie. But you can get it out of your system, get all that really crazy, like terrible humor out of your system, and laugh at it, and not feel subconscious because everybody else in the theater with you bought a ticket to go see that movie and is laughing at the same damn joke. So go have fun with it. I mean, just go experience that. It's fun.
The shit.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
No, I'd say it's a very worthy sequel. It's very funny. It was cast perfectly. Everything that needed to go right for this movie to be successful went right. I mean, if there was 10 things needed to happen, 9 of them hit or just home runs. It worked out great. So go see it. Go see it in the theaters. Like just support your local theaters. It's not necessarily you don't necessarily need to see it on the big screen to get the movie, but just go see it in theaters. Enjoy the theater experience. Get with other people and laugh. It's the best way to experience any movie, especially this one, because it's just funny. And I really, really hope there's a sequel that comes out. I want to see Liam Neeson do it again. I want to see Pamela Anderson out there again. I want to see more jokes. We'll see the 5th appearance from this
so.
right here.
Yeah.
That's how you know you've arrived as a musician, is when Weird Al tries to make a joke out of one of your songs. It's totally worth the price of admission by a lot.
100%.
Great. And like I said, this whole franchise has got a special place in film fans' hearts. You wouldn't expect it. I mean, it's not Star Wars, it's not the MCU, it's not these huge things that make $1 bajillion, but this kind of movie is comfort food. It's comfort food for your eyes.
Yep, 100%. And I was going to say the other line that got me was when he's talking with the bartender, Cody Rhodes, there, and he's like, "Oh, your brother's Tommy Rowland's brother. How's he doing? Are you serious? Bad." He's like, "You shot him in the back." Right. Oh, that's right. He was unarmed. Maybe 50. He was white. Tommy Rowland. Like,
I was the way I get my quotes for the lower third is I'll go down like IMDb's quotes, and it's like I'm looking at these and I'm like, good God, these are all funny. I've been drawn to the hill since I moved here for college. UCLA, I see it every day. I live here.
I see it every day. Yeah,
like the football joke. My condolences. How did she pass? Great, 50 yards, easy. Arm like a cannon. Then she died. She sounds like a saint. She sounds like a saint or a Bronco or a 49er. Would have been happy with any team, really. Anyone with the Browns.
Anyone with the Browns.
That was almost my line. Anyone with the Browns.
when Frank meets Mr. Kane, he's like Lieutenant Drebin. He's like, me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like a very Family Guy kind of joke. You can't fight City Hall, and then goes, no, it's a building.
No, it's a building.
No, it's a building.
And
I'm just reading through these now too, and these are awesome.
Another one that it's a gag they've done on Family Guy is like, I don't believe we've met. And Frank Drebin goes, this is a Cherry Roosevelt fat bozo chowing down his spaghetti. He's looking around a room trying to find words. That's something they've done.
The rest of the movie, like, well, let me take you to dinner, Miss Spaghetti. Like
Miss Spaghetti, the whole fucking movie, Miss Spaghetti. It's great.
And then my favorite one of the movie, she had a bottom that would make any toilet beg for the brown. I was like, God damn. And then when he gets to the rec site, drunk Frank, a little, just enough to wake me up.
Just get me woke up, yeah.
Like an idiot's complete jigsaw puzzle. I was being framed.
I like when she's drinking the champagne and he goes, for Bill Cosby's private estate, she goes, spits it out.
No.
Like I still use like a midget out of urinal. I was gonna have to stay on my toes. Like to this day, I still use that from that was the third one, right? Lethal Weapon 33 and a third. Like a midget standing at a urinal, I was gonna have to stay on my toes. Like I still use that to this day.
Everything I see reminds me of her, and he sees the two big things that look like nipples on them.
Yeah.
God, these movies are classics. They're just so damn good.
So go see it, folks. Just go see it.
Yeah. Go see it. Have fun.
Go watch it.
Go see it and have fun. Have fun with it. Laugh at the dumb jokes, because you can't have dumb jokes like that in any other movie. You have to have a movie like this to enjoy that kind of humor. Go enjoy it. Go have fun with it. Wish I could have got some better pictures for this one. A year from now, when we're way past it, I'll be able to get all the pictures. I really wanted a picture of the plot device. That to me needs to be a poster.
Yeah.
Oh, crookedest.
I would have made that the thumbnail if I could have found it.
Which one was that?
The plot device.
Oh.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did get a poster from the theater, and this shit is actually really funny. Like,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got a free poster from the theater. I'm like, I kind of want to frame this. This is too damn funny.
I would totally frame that.
Oh yeah, we got two of them. I offered Frank one, and Frank's like, "Oh, I got three of them." I'm like, well,
yeah, I got three of them when I went to the.
Our theater sucks. We didn't get nothing cool. Like we were opening night, I didn't get nothing. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll commit myself to this for you if you want. I've actually got. You can see right there that poster tube. I've actually got a bunch of them that I've been saving to send up to Stuart McQuarrie, who lives in one of the guys who's from Drew's show forever ago, who pops in here regularly and watches the show. I've actually got a bunch of them I've been collecting over the last several months, even year or more, that I was going to send to him, because he was telling me they don't do that in Australia, because he lives in Australia. So I've been saving up several of these to try to send to him, other posters and stuff that I get. So I'll try to collect some extra ones. So I'll collect them all and send them to you. They don't give those out in Canada?
No, and I would appreciate that. Yeah, because we actually went. I meant to mention this on Monday night when Tex was on the show. I saw the Jurassic Park, that big. Was that what the popcorn came in? That big foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tex is all about buying those popcorn buckets. I won't spend that much on them.
But they didn't have anything cool. Like I was really hoping, because I'm a big Jaws guy, as you guys know. They had nothing for Jaws. Like we have nothing cool like that in our theaters. Like when Texas, you guys show the shit you guys get. Our maybe Calgary does, or like the bigger cities, but like our theater that we have in Lethbridge, which is still, there's over 100,000 people there, I think. We still are maybe just about, but yeah, we don't get nothing cool like that. Nothing.
I was gonna say, I got a cool poster from 28 years later. It was two-sided. It was like the map, and then there was just the poster with the normal 28 years later poster. And I'm like, this is cool. As I was walking down the theater, I was like, oh shit, it like says Memento Mori if you hold it to the light. That is wild.
That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. No, we had nothing like that here.
Oh yeah, I've got some cool.
Yeah, I'll collect a few. I'll start collecting a few extra and set them aside.
Well, I would appreciate that.
I'm really, because you guys have like AMC theaters, like AMC, Regal, whatever. You know, really? Is it?
We have Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, Canada has
Galaxy Cinema, Cineplex Odeon.
Yeah.
No, we don't have AMC or any of that.
I forgot that Canada does have kind of its own theater thing.
Yeah.
Because John Campy has mentioned it, because he's from Canada. So
we definitely don't get the cool stuff like you guys. Like, no, we don't.
I'll have to start saving some extra ones now. I think I'm pretty sure I've got an extra one of the Naked Gun. I'll start saving it and send them up to you.
Yeah,
but
that's hilarious. I love that.
But yeah, it's a fantastic movie. It's fun. Go watch it, guys. It's a lot of fun. Go get the poster if you can. It is kind of it is a really cool poster. I've actually got a bunch of them. I mean, that one right there is the Planet of the Apes. There's that one. That's my Terrifier one that I got. Below that is Pooh, Blood, and Honey. And I've got probably 10 or 15 more that I just have to find frames for.
Wow, yeah, no, we got nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just got a bunch of them. I just can't. I don't have any
awesome.
place to put them all, but I'm going to start putting them all like in front of me, over me, and stuff. And eventually, I'll have a camera back there that occasionally I'll flip over to that and it'll show.
I mean, I took a poster board and a marker and made the damn sign from Clerks and I just stuck it on my wall, like, you know. Actually, no, that is actually screen accurate used. I used that at my yard sale when it started pouring down rain. I was like, I had to assure people we're open. You can come in here and buy stuff. I said that to Frank, and he was like, "This is why we're friends." I'm like, "I know, I got you."
We are simpatico. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up now. Thanks to my co-host for being so awesome as usual. Starting with my Henry Life mate Jeremy. Where can the folks at home find you, my friend?
Here Tuesday and Thursdays. And speaking of Thursday, I already gave the spoiler, but we're gonna rewind the clock a little bit. We're gonna do the original Naked Gun on Thursday. And remember, Dad lets me drive the car on Thursday, so you'll have me to deal with talking some Leslie Nielsen. But you know what? I am all here for it. That's the next thing coming up. So join us Thursday when we're gonna delve into the files from the police squad.
And Dr. Nick, our friend from the Great White North, what do you folks got going on over on Alex and the Garbage Man?
Well, just a bunch of random crap like every Monday at 7 o'clock Berta time, 6 o'clock BC time, whatever time that is for Frankie. And yeah, we just talk about a bunch of shit. We watch people do dumb stuff. And yeah, we hope we just, again, it's just an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours of just rambling and Alex educating us on how we're all not as smart as him.
Where everybody's bald as him, though. So we got that.
Everybody is bald.
Hey, whoa. Speak for yourself there, old man.
It's hanging in there.
You see, Jeremy, that's why you got to go hang out with Alex and the Garbage Man and do a stream with them one night. You would have literally like 99% of the hair.
Yeah, you would
actually probably even 100, really.
Yeah, I can pull the extra percentage. I got you guys.
He's like, we got it.
Thank you for having me, guys. So this was awesome. This was a great movie, and thanks. I always like hanging out with you guys talking about movies.
Always a pleasure to have Dr. Nick around, or Alex. He pops in from time to time as well to do reviews. He was with me on Sunday breaking down that really hilarious article about the 100 best movies of the 90s. You will probably see me back here on Thursday doing the Naked Gun with Jeremy.
I hope so.
If not, I'm sure Tex will be here, and maybe if Dr. Nick is free, maybe he can, unless he's smashing softball somewhere, he can.
No, but we're getting ready to go camping, so I will not be available. Actually, I gotta go shopping. That's what I gotta do.
Well, one way or another, Dr. Nick will be back on here at some point to break down some kind of movie and have a lot of fun with us in the future.
Fight Club.
It will be. Yeah, we need to do Fight Club. We were talking about, actually, I think Jeremy were talking about that the other day as well.
Yeah.
So Fight Club might
We're
be.
We're going to ruin the joke. We're not supposed to talk about Fight Club.
Oh, yeah, I talked about it. Shit. I'm out of the club already.
That's what we'll do.
1 and 2.
But that's what we'll do. We'll schedule it, and then we'll just have like a block in the first 15 minutes that says you're not supposed to talk about Fight Club. That's gonna be the first 15 minutes of the stream, and then we'll just go on and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back here on Thursday to break down the original Naked Gun from 1988, and then next week, who knows what we're gonna do? I'll figure that out over the course of the next few days. But thanks to Dr. Nick for coming to hang out with us. Always a pleasure to have him around. Thanks to Jared for coming out. Always. Next time it'll take tonight to get stuff going on, but he'll be back here on Thursday, we assume. And then we will see you guys back here on Thursday for the original Naked Gun. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, adios. Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Yeah, we'll take the blame on this, so you don't worry about that. I'll take the blame all day. Right?
You know, that's where I think Pam Anderson lives.
Pam Anderson's from Vancouver. Yeah, right around Alex's neighborhood. Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen's Canadian too, isn't he? So I mean, you get that.
Yes, he was. Yeah, they both were. Yeah.
See, it's fate. It was supposed to happen this way.
We win this one. It's all us. I'll take it.
See you guys later.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.